Hi everyone, this is Dr. Bukhari. So today I will show you a step-by-step process through which you can assign a persistent unique identifier to your GitHub or your Bitbucket so that you can cite your code or you can cite your data as a reference in your paper. Now, why we need that? We have several other artifacts, research artifacts other than the research paper. We have our posters, we have our abstracts, simple abstract, we have a data, we have a piece of code that we often like to cite into our paper. One way is that if that is available on the web, you can just take the URL and put that URL into the paper. But that's not the efficient way. Efficient way if we could assign a persistent unique identifier. I think, when you submit the paper, if you have already submitted the paper, you have seen that after the paper published, you get a DUI, which is a digital object identifier number. It's just a unique code, just like your employee ID, just like your student ID, or just like any other unique ID that could point to you or any resource. Now, luckily, we have several tools available, just like the tools which I am just gonna show you. Let me share my screen. So the tool that we have available is, if you can see on my screen, the tool is, we will use that is a Zenodo tool. So let me give you first the overview of the Zenodo. What is the Zenodo? Zenodo, as I said, is derived from the Zenodotus, which is the first librarian and ancient library of Alexandria and the father of the first record use of metadata, a landmark in the library history. Now, this is a software mainly managed and hosted by the CERN, which a big name, in the physics, and they provide or manage just like the preprint server. If you haven't watched my video about the preprint server, please go over there and watch the video. You will get the idea that what are the preprint servers and how the preprint servers work. And now, with the CERN, so they provide you a way through which you can link or hook up your GitHub repository, your Bitbucket repository, and afterwards they will assign a unique identifier. So the process is very simple. The first process is you will go to the Zenodo. You can see as I am logging here. You will log in and you will see. There is a three-step process. First, you will connect that. For example, if you go down, when you click on the GitHub, it will go. It will connect with your GitHub after getting your username and password, your credentials, and then what you can do that all your repositories, which are public open repositories, would appear over here. You see that I have all the repositories. Like now, these repositories, I did not make them the public. Some are public, but I did not release that. Like, for example, if you people are familiar with the GitHub, like how the software work, we usually work on some version. After that, we release a version over there, and it would be available as a version, like version 1.0, 1.2, 1.1.1. So if you have a released version, then you can assign or give it a badge or a DUI number. Now, let me show you. As I click on that, it took me to my GitHub repositories, and then I connected with the two repositories that I have here. I grant the access, and then it linked up, and it will go back to the Zenodo environment. Now you see that how I manage that. Everything that I work mainly with the research thing, I put that on the GitHub. I have you see that several repositories based on project. I put all 95% my code on the GitHub so that the people, they can reuse that and reproduce the results out of that. And this is a good practice. If you are not using a GitHub, I highly encourage to use the GitHub. This will show your credibility. And maybe in some other video, I will show you that how what are the best practices to use the GitHub as a researcher. Okay, now coming to the point that how you can use that I have briefly explained. Let me show you some output of that. Now, if I go over here, now it was there. So when I go to my projects uploads, so you see this, I have one poster, and I have the 2 repositories that listed over there. After when you log in, then you will click on the new upload, right? And in the new upload, if you have a poster, if you have the other artifact other than your research paper, you can just download that, and you can drag and drop here. And afterwards, you put some information about the article. For example, what is the type of the article? Is a presentation? Is a data set? Is an image? Is a video software? So you see that often you have a lot of presentations, and you want to make them a citable, through which you can make them a citable. And when you are done, then you will provide this information would automatically be filled up with some DUI number, or sometime it will ask you to create a custom DUI that you can provide, just like your password. If it is available, then it will assign to you. Usually it will be filled up automatically by the system. And then you can assign the publication date, then you can assign the titles, author's name, you can add as many as author, description, version history. If it is a software, so you can set the language, you can set the keywords, and here you can access the some access right. So this is very important. So at this time, for this video, just you can choose with the Creative Commons, whatever already default. But in some other video, I will explain some types of the software licenses, which you should be aware of. Is a Creative Commons, but under the Creative Commons, there are several different kind of the variation or derivation of the Creative Commons as well. So just keep whatever they have the by default setting. And if you have any grant, then all the information. If the paper already have the previous version published, after filling up, when you will publish that, it will just take up some time, and then the paper would be published to actually go to the OpenAI RE. So this is Zenodo, this project OpenAI is a sister project, you can see, with the Zenodo, and this is a preprint server. And a preprint server is not just for the preprint server, which I have showed you the couple of examples in my previous video. If you haven't seen that, please go to my playlist and watch that. You will get the idea that how the preprint server works. It will also allow you to host your code, to host your the other artifacts other than your research paper. And after some time, you will receive an email with a unique identifier, just like I have here in my project. And then you are good to go. You can use that. For example, I have this this poster. And under this poster, they have assigned automatically this digital object identifier. Now I can take that and I can assign it to, I can put that into any paper. That would be persistent. That would remain forever. Just like you put that DUI number for your research paper. Yeah, that's all. I think the brief description. If you have any further question, you can ask, and then if you require, I will create another video. So before I just stop sharing my screen, so please spare some time to subscribe this channel and like and share and comment. As you like that, you share that, It will give me encouragement to create more videos like this. And also, as you type, you put there in comments, the YouTube algorithm will read that, and it will make that video more visible to others. So please help me to share the knowledge to others by liking, by adding your comments, and especially to subscribe this channel. Thank you so much. I'll see you all in the next video.